Yo, what's up, guys? So I'm over here just hanging out with my boy Karate. Karate is a baby Asian water monitor. An Asian water monitor is actually the second largest lizard in the world. So it's the cousin of the Komodo dragon, right? I'm sure everybody familiar with the Komodo dragon. So they get really, really, really large, being the second largest lizard in the world. And I've shown my lizard on my story every now and then. And I got a lot of people that have reptiles that follow me because, of course, I got snakes, got my lizard. You know, people that follow me know I'm a reptile guy. So I get a lot of questions about my Asian water monitor because people see me handling them. They see me interacting with him. And they always asking for tips on how to tame their water monitor because, yeah, these guys can be extremely hard to tame. Sometimes you can get lucky, but most of the time that doesn't happen. They can be, when they babies like this, they'll bite, they'll whip you with their tail. They want to run and hide. They're not really the friendliest lizard that you can have. They definitely not for a beginner owner either. But they can be a difficult animal to tame. So sometimes I get some questions about how do I tame my monitor. What I don't recommend is just reaching in and grabbing your lizard, right? Now, is that bad? Not with some species of lizards. Like right now, my son and I have a black and white Argentine tegu, and we reach in and grab them all the time. But with monitors, I find that that's not the best thing for them. What you want to do is you want to create kind of a sense of curiosity. You want them to kind of come to you. And I found the best way to do that is by using food, because they're very greedy, right? So if you can use food to get them interested in you, then that's a great way to go about gaining their trust. What I like to do is I'll put my hand in there. I want my lizard to want to come to me, right? I want him to be interested in me. I don't want to have to go in and chase him around and grab him. I want my lizard to be interested in coming to me. So what I kind of do is I'll just open my cage, right? And then I'm just putting my hand in there, and I want my lizard to want to come to me. So I'm putting my hand in there like this. I let him smell it. You see that tongue is flicking. I let my lizard smell me. That means he's smelling. He's interested in what's going on. I might touch him a little bit, but notice I'm never reaching out and just grabbing him. I want him to come to me. So if you could get him to this point, you see that? If you could get him to that point, you in good shape, right? Now, if he don't want to stay on me, that's fine. I let him go back in the cage. But ultimately, I want him interested in coming to me, right? If I can get him interested in coming to me, I'm in great shape, right? I don't want to have to go in and chase him. I don't want to grab him. I want him to trust me. I want him to want to be with me. And so by letting him freely walk around, I'm letting him do what he want to do. It gives him a little bit more trust for me because he knows, okay, if I don't want to be caught or I don't want to interact with him, I don't have to, right? But at the same time, it makes him a little bit more curious about me and wanting to come out and explore. You see, he's really trying to get out now. Nope, you're not getting out. And another reason too, I handle him by his cage is because look at all these little spaces in my area. Like he could, if he were to get out, he could go under the refrigerator, he could go under the cabinet. Like I would literally lose him. So that's why I interact with him by his cage, so that if he tries to jump down or whatever, I'm able to just let him jump back into his cage. I'm not trying to lose my lizard, right? You pay over $1,000 for one of these lizards. Like I'm not trying to lose him to go under the cabinet or whatever, right? So once you get to this point, you in good shape. You in good shape. When he coming out on you like this and he want to be with you, you in good shape. right? So look, I'm gonna let him go back in. Look, you don't want to go back in. You want to stay on me. Cool, right? So I'm in good shape. So while he's on me, I'm gonna pat him. I'm gonna touch his head, touch his back. Just let him know that, he can trust me. It's all good. So see, he jumps back into his cage. Cool. That's good. That's just fine. So once you start building this interaction, now you've gained some trust. You start opening your cage. Your lizard wants to be with you. He's sometimes I'll come and open it, and he coming right down to hang out with me. And so that's the point you want to get to. You don't want to reach in and grab him to where he's scared of you. You want to build this kind of trust with him to where he want to come out and hang out with you, right? He wants to come out and interact with you, right? So just exploring a little bit. Jumps back in his cage. That's cool, right? So what it does is a non-threatening way, like, to spend some time with your lizard versus I'm gonna just reach in and grab you and pull you out. You do that, then you probably gonna get bit. You probably gonna whip you. He gonna scratch you. Because think about it, when they're this small in the wild, everything eats them. And so that's why kind of like they're a little bit defensive when they small like this. When they small, they real bitey, they real flighty, they want to run. Because in the wild, when they this small, everything eats them. Now, eventually they become an apex predator, right? They're huge, second largest lizard in the world. But until then, they're smaller. So this is how you build trust. This is how I build trust with my baby Asian water monitor.